So happy New Year. Wanted to record this video. I'm stood just inside the historic Smithfield Market behind me, which you can see. Down here celebrating New Year with the family. Went to see an amazing show in the West End yesterday. Didn't quite see the lights on the embankment. It was just a nightmare to get there. So we watched it on the TV instead and ate some chocolate, which was probably more civilised at the end of the day. But today is quite quiet in London, certainly in this part of the city. I do like it around here. There's lots of kind of old hidden nooks and crannies. They've got the hospital ahead of me, and in the distance I can see the Old Bailey, and then beyond that obviously things like the Shard and so on. But New Year's Day is probably for most of us an opportunity to do some contemplation, thinking, and because it's the end of a decade and the start of a new one, it got me thinking about that subject in particular, and for me to reflect on what's been quite a tempestuous 10 years in lots of respects. Lots of things that have changed in my life. Watching my daughter grow into an amazing human being has been a huge privilege as well. But also just the stuff that's gone on in my life, really. So we've got a meeting at the Business Buyers Club, the club members, coming up at the end of January, and I hope we get a full house because it's an opportunity for me to share in the last year some of the ups and downs that we've had in our journey of acquiring businesses in Fidelis Group. Remember, we kind of teach what we practice, really. So the stuff that's gone well, the things that have gone less well. It's been a difficult year. I'm not going to pretend. We've had some quite significant success, particularly in the development of the business, but some real setbacks in terms of our goals and our strategy. So I'm going to share what we're doing about it, what we've learned from it, what we're going to do differently, because you can't do anything without making mistakes, and mistakes are feedback. So that's really quite important. I'm looking forward to sharing that. So for those of you that may not yet have booked, I think there's still some places, maybe thinking, is it worth the trip? I promise you it will be. It's a great fellowship anyway with the people that come along to that meeting, and we always benefit, everyone benefits from it. I do, and all the past members. So try and get there if you can. Change something in your diary. It's far enough ahead for most people to be able to swap unless they're skiing. But I also just wanted to reflect something that's dear to my heart. This year managed to improve my health, lose weight, etc. And classically we're bombarded with ads at this time of year about that, but it is something to take seriously, and it's certainly helped me with energy levels and focus and so on, and to be what they call a high performance entrepreneur. It's something that we have to take seriously. So it's something I would urge you, if you're not already thinking about it, to think about it. Had actually probably not quite by design, but my most sober New Year's Eve last night, and I feel pretty good this morning. Could do with another week of sleep, I think. It's been a busy Christmas period and leading up to that as well. So yeah. But my main message really was around the topic, I think, of mental health. Now, I look back to the decade that's gone, and I started this decade that's gone in a pretty bad state of my own mental health. And so it's a subject that's become more and more important to me. Fundraise for charity around it, and I think it's crucial that we talk about it more openly. There's a lot of pressure on business owners, entrepreneurs to succeed, to do all the things that we're told we're meant to do, and to balance that with family life and all the other stuff going on. And sometimes it can get a bit much, really. A mindset and mental health is critical to all of our success. So something that matters a lot to me, and I'm increasingly more open about it. So I think it's important that people that have been through tough times share it, really, because it does affect us. It also, when we come through it, it gives us a very different perspective on life as well. So I just thought I'd take the time to record this video and share those thoughts with you. I've come from, as I said, at the beginning of the decade, a really, really bad place, through personal bankruptcy. Some of you know that. I'm quite happy, it's not the right word. I'm always open to share that experience as well, because again, it's helped shape me and shown me that there's always life after what appear to be nightmare events. And then meeting my dearest friends Terry and Sean, forming Fidelis Group, doing all the things that we've done there, the Business Buyers Club back in 2014 when it was first conceived, and taking on from my book. And then all the things that we've done in the last 4 years, and in particular the last 2 years. So it's been quite a journey, really. You all will have had similar stories. Your own stories are just as important and just as relevant as mine. So I'm not claiming any kind of moral high ground here, but I just urge you to have a think about what you want to do for the next decade. And it's not all about money. Money helps. Financial freedom is really, really important because it gives you choices. The choice to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, with the people that you want to be with. And that's really the be all and end all. After that, it doesn't really matter. So I hope you have had an amazing new year. I hope you're going to have a great few days ahead, and you're getting your head into where it needs to be for launching into 2020 and the new decade. I hope this was helpful. Hope it was some kind of inspiration, or at least thought for your brain food, whatever you want to call it. Have a lovely evening, and I look forward to seeing as many of you as possible on the 24th of January. Take care, guys. Speak soon.